Water is essential for human life. It accounts for 50 to 70% of our body weight and is crucial for most bodily functions. Any deficit in normal body water through dehydration, sickness, exercise, or heat stress can make us feel rotten. First, we feel thirsty and fatigued and may develop a mild headache. This eventually gives way to grumpiness and mental and physical decline. Here's what happens to your body when you're dehydrated.
We out here every day with it. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide.
We continually lose water via our breath, urine, feces, and skin. Most healthy people regulate their body's water level remarkably well via eating and drinking and are guided by appetite and thirst. But this is more difficult for infants, the sick, the elderly, athletes, and those with strenuous physical occupations, especially in the heat. What happens when you dehydrate? By the time you feel thirsty, your body is already dehydrated. Our thirst mechanism lags behind our actual level of hydration. Research shows that as little as 1% dehydration negatively affects your mood, attention, memory, and motor coordination. Data in humans are lacking and contradictory, but it appears that brain tissue fluid decreases with dehydration, thus reducing brain volume and temporarily affecting cell function. As you lose body water without replacing it, your blood becomes more concentrated and, at a point, this triggers your kidneys to retain water. The result, you urinate less. The thicker and more concentrated your blood becomes, the harder it is for your cardiovascular system to compensate, by increasing heart rate to maintain blood pressure. When your dehydrated body is pushed, such as when exercising or faced with heat stress, the risk of exhaustion or collapse increases. This can cause you to faint, for instance, when you stand up too quickly. Less water also hampers the body's attempts at regulating temperature, which can cause hyperthermia. At a cellular level, shrinkage occurs as water is effectively borrowed to maintain other stores, such as the blood. The brain senses this and triggers an increased sensation of thirst. How much should I drink? Normal water needs range drastically due to several factors, such as body composition, metabolism, diet, climate, and clothing. Surprisingly, the first official recommendation about water intake was made as recently as 2004. According to the Institute of Medicine, the adequate water intake for adult men and women is 3.7 and 2.7 liters per day, respectively. Around 80% of total daily water should be obtained from any beverage, including water, caffeinated drinks, and alcohol. And the remaining 20% of the food. But of course, this is just a rough guide. Here's how to monitor your hydration. Track your body weight and stay within 1% of your normal baseline. You can work out your baseline by averaging your weight just out of bed, before breakfast, on 3 consecutive mornings. Monitor your urine. You should be urinating regularly, more than 3 to 4 times per day, and it should be a pale straw or light yellow color without a strong odor. If less frequent, darker color, or too pungent, then drink more fluids. Be conscious about drinking enough fluids. Your fluid consumption should prevent the perception of thirst. The human body comprises around 60% water. It's commonly recommended that you drink 8-ounce glasses of water per day. Although there's little science behind this specific rule, staying hydrated is important. Here are 7 evidence-based health benefits of drinking plenty of water. Helps maximize physical performance. If you don't stay hydrated, your physical performance can suffer. This is particularly important during intense exercise or high heat. Dehydration can have a noticeable effect. If you lose as little as 2% of your body's water content. However, it isn't uncommon for athletes to lose as much as 6 to 10% of their water weight via sweat. This can lead to altered body temperature control, reduced motivation, and increased fatigue. It can also make exercise feel much more difficult, both physically and mentally. Optimal hydration has been shown to prevent this from happening, and it may even reduce the oxidative stress that occurs during high-intensity exercise. This isn't surprising when you consider that muscle is about 80% water. If you exercise intensely and tend to sweat, staying hydrated can help you perform at your absolute best. Losing as little as 2% of your body's water content can significantly impair your physical performance. Significantly affects energy levels and brain function. Your brain is strongly influenced by your hydration status. Studies show that even mild dehydration, such as the loss of 1 to 3% of body weight, can impair many aspects of brain function. In a study in young women, researchers found that fluid loss of 1.4% after exercise impaired both mood and concentration. It also increased the frequency of headaches. Many members of this same research team conducted a similar study in young men. They found that fluid loss of 1.6% was detrimental to working memory and increased feelings of anxiety and fatigue. A fluid loss of 1 to 3% equals about 1.5 to 4.5 pounds of body weight loss for a person weighing 150 pounds. This can easily occur through normal daily activities, let alone during exercise or high heat. Many other studies, with subjects ranging from children to older adults, have shown that mild dehydration can impair mood, memory, and brain performance. Mild dehydration can impair energy levels, impair mood, and lead to major reductions in memory and brain performance. May help prevent and treat headaches. Dehydration can trigger headaches and migraines in some individuals. Research has shown that a headache is one of the most common symptoms of dehydration. For example, a study in 393 people found that 40% of the participants experienced a headache as a result of dehydration. What's more, some studies have shown that drinking water can help relieve headaches in those who experience frequent headaches. A study in 102 men found that drinking an additional 50.7 ounces of water per day resulted in significant improvements on the migraine-specific quality of life scale, a scoring system for migraine symptoms. Plus, 47% of the men who drank more water reported headache improvement, while only 25% of the men in the control group reported this effect. May help relieve constipation. Constipation is a common problem that's characterized by infrequent bowel movements and difficulty passing stool. Increasing fluid intake is often recommended as a part of the treatment protocol, and there's some evidence to back this up. Low water consumption appears to be a risk factor for constipation in both younger and older individuals. Increasing hydration may help decrease constipation. Mineral water may be a particularly beneficial beverage for those with constipation. Studies have shown that mineral water that's rich in magnesium and sodium improves bowel movement frequency and consistency in people with constipation. Drinking plenty of water may help prevent and relieve constipation, especially in people who generally don't drink enough water. May help treat kidney stones. Urinary stones are painful clumps of mineral crystal that form in the urinary system. The most common form is kidney stones, which form in the kidneys. There's limited evidence that water intake can help prevent recurrence in people who have previously gotten kidney stones. Higher fluid intake increases the volume of urine passing through the kidneys. This dilutes the concentration of minerals, so they're less likely to crystallize and form clumps. Increased water intake appears to decrease the risk of kidney stone formation. Helps prevent hangovers. A hangover refers to the unpleasant symptoms experienced after drinking alcohol. Alcohol is a diuretic, so it makes you lose more water than you take in. This can lead to dehydration. Although dehydration isn't the main cause of hangovers, it can cause symptoms like thirst, fatigue, headache, and dry mouth. Good ways to reduce hangovers are to drink a glass of water between drinks and have at least one big glass of water before going to bed. Hangovers are partly caused by dehydration, and drinking water can help reduce some of the main symptoms of hangovers. Can aid weight loss. Drinking plenty of water can help you lose weight. This is because water can increase satiety and boost your metabolic rate. Some evidence suggests that increasing water intake can promote weight loss by slightly increasing your metabolism, which can increase the number of calories you burn daily. A 2013 study in 50 young women, with overweight demonstrated that drinking an additional 16.9 ounces of water 3 times per day before meals for 8 weeks led to significant reductions in body weight and body fat compared with their pre-study measurements. The timing is important too. Drinking water half an hour before meals are the most effective. It can make you feel more full so that you eat fewer calories. In one study, dieters who drank 16.9 ounces of water before meals lost 44% more weight over 12 weeks than dieters who didn't drink water before meals. The bottom line: even mild dehydration can affect you mentally and physically. Make sure that you get enough water each day, whether your personal goal is 64 ounces or a different amount. It's one of the best things you can do for your overall health.
How'd you get so far?